Greetings and welcome to this series on EDD or Enoughness Deficit Disorder. I'm Dr. Hannah Thuku Kolomainen, and so far we have tackled why you are enough. I gave you 4 reasons. Number 1, God created you. Number 2, God created you in His image. Number 3, you belong to God. And He, the ultimate judge, approves of you. That's number 4. Isn't it so refreshing? We then looked at 10 common symptoms of EDD. During our time together today, we're going to see 5 causes of EDD. Before we start, I want to remind you that you are loved in heaven. You have sacred sufficiency, and you do not need to earn enoughness. Say that with me. I am loved in heaven. I have sacred sufficiency. I don't need to earn enoughness. All right, let's jump right in. Enoughness deficit disorder, or EDD, describes a pervasive feeling of insufficiency. It's a belief that you are not enough, that you do not have enough, that you are not doing enough. Now, this feeling can manifest in various aspects of your life. It impacts your self-worth, it impacts your relationships, and really your overall well-being. Addressing EDD requires exploring its root causes, which often stem from a combination of internal beliefs and external pressures. Here are 5 core causes of EDD that we can explore in our lives. Number 1, that is the most pervasive today, is social comparison and what's called the highlight reel effect. The highlight reel effect. A smart person once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." In an increasingly really interconnected world, individuals are constantly exposed to the curated successes and the seemingly perfect lives of others, particularly in social media. And this constant exposure fosters a culture of comparison, where one's own life, with its inevitable messes and imperfections, are measured against the idealized highlight reels of others. Now, this can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a belief that you are falling short. This phenomenon is sometimes referred to as the social media comparison trap, and it fosters a belief that everyone else is achieving more, experiencing more joy, and possesses more desirable traits than you. A cognitive bias that is at play here is what's called the availability heuristic. In this, there's easily accessible, often idealized information about others' lives, and you give it undue weight. And the goal there is that you keep seeing it. And this leads to a feeling of falling short, because again, your complex and sometimes messy reality is compared to this idealized, manicured, curated information that you're being given. Now, we talked about 10 cognitive biases in a previous post, and I'm going to link that in the comments below. The second core cause is unrealistic societal and personal expectations. There's a study done in 2023 by the American Psychological Association, and it showed that 75% of adults report feeling overwhelmed by societal expectations to achieve success. Modern society promotes this relentless pursuit of perfection and a state of always being on. So from career success to parenting, to financial abundance, to physical appearance, personal achievements, there's this unspoken pressure to excel in all domains. These societal expectations, when internalized, can become these unrealistic benchmarks, quite unattainable, to leading to a perpetual sense of not being enough. Now, this is made even worse by the pervasive messaging in advertising, in media, that often links happiness and fulfillment to acquiring more or achieving more. Now, you might say, Dr. Hannah, aren't you contributing to that by challenging us to do more? My goal in the Ignite Personal Transformation Challenge isn't just for you to do more. It's for you to become more of who you already are, not some external thing or person that you are not. All right, the third core cause of EDD. This is very important. Early life experiences and core beliefs. Now, these foundational beliefs about yourself are often formed during childhood or during adolescence. And they're influenced by interactions with your parents or your primary caregivers at that point, your peers, and significant life events. If you got critical feedback, if you experienced neglect, or experiences that left you feeling not seen or not heard or not valued, that can lead to the development of core beliefs such as, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, I'm unlovable, I'm stupid, I'm not enough. Now, these deeply ingrained beliefs, even though they're unconscious, they can fuel feelings of insufficiency throughout adulthood, acting as a filter through which all new experiences are interpreted. It is imperative that we seek help. There are tools available to help us overcome that. All right, number 4, materialism and consumerism. You've heard it said that the things you own end up owning you. Our modern consumer culture often equates happiness and worth with material possessions and financial success. And then we get this constant bombardment of advertisements promoting new products, new lifestyles, and supposedly that's supposed to create happiness. But what happens is instead a perpetual sense of wanting more, of feeling that my current possessions or financial status are insufficient. Number 4, lack of self-compassion and self-acceptance. In a culture that's often emphasizing self-improvement and striving, the practice of self-compassion is frequently overlooked. When individuals lack self-compassion, we tend to be overly critical of ourselves, especially during tough times, which is when we need the compassion, when we've failed or when we're thinking we're inadequate. This internal critic can amplify your feelings of not being enough. It creates this vicious cycle where the self-criticism leads to more feelings of insufficiency, which then fuels further self-criticism. Self-compassion involves 3 core components. They are self-kindness. It is simply treating yourself with warmth and understanding. The second one is common humanity. Recognizing that suffering and imperfection are part of our shared human experience and not just unique to you, or that they should never happen. Excuse me. And thirdly, it's being mindful. And to be mindful just means that you're present with your feelings without judging them. If you're sad, you just acknowledge the sadness. If you're mad, you acknowledge the madness. Now, without those 3 elements, you will be left vulnerable to the relentless pursuit of external validation and the perpetual feeling of not measuring up. Self-acceptance, on the other hand, involves acknowledging your strengths as well as your weaknesses. And this gives you a balanced realistic view of oneself. And I love that word realistic. Just be realistic instead of reaching out for all of those things. So I want you to take time to contemplate what it is that you think you're not measuring up to. Who it is that you are not measuring up to. God has created you complete, and He is your judge, not other people. I want you to fall deeply in love with Him and find rest from the unending treadmill that only goes faster and faster and gets you nowhere. Friends, remember, self-compassion is not self-pity. Don't sit there feeling sorry for yourself. It is simply treating yourself with the same kindness that you would offer a good friend. There's some interesting research that was done by a lady named Dr. Christine Neff, and it indicates that individuals with higher levels of self-compassion report significantly lower levels of anxiety and depression. Think on those things. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm looking forward to our next time together, where we'll discover some key principles of recovery from this thing called EDD. In the meantime, I want you to remember that you are loved in heaven. You have sacred sufficiency. You don't need to earn enoughness. Say it with me. I am loved in heaven. I have sacred sufficiency. I don't need to earn enoughness. Thank you for your time today, and shalom on this beautiful journey of self-sufficiency, which really is an